Hi there, and welcome to Celeb Hut. The high-stakes domain of hit bounce first class past the excitement and style of Unveiled, the story of disloyalty and clan feuds, took steps to break the exterior of two industries, Goliaths gossip twirls of a fracture between Jay-Z and Diddy, indicating a web of misdirection, squealing, and retaliation that could deeply impact their real Diddy, once a believed partner, currently drives lie-turned-source touching off a quarrel powered by stewing hatred report, proposes Jay-Z's surrender in the midst of outrageous disclosures, including Cassie and other ladies fuel assurance for revenge, as pressures heighten as the music world supports for the aftermath with murmurs of undisclosed wrongdoings, creating a shaded area over Jay-Z's realm. And, surprisingly, his union with Beyonce yet to be determined goes along with us, as we unwind the saga of influence treachery and the quest for revenge in the Croat scene of popularity and fortune. However, I needed to sort out my space in it. Jay-Z proceeds to become preeminent in the music business. His excursion from the dirty roads of Brooklyn to the apex of progress is a story scratched with both victory and hardship, from his unassuming starting points as a young substance seller exploring the deceptive backstreets of Bedford Road to his ongoing status as the world's richest performer. Jay-Z's rise has been completely hopeless, yet they still say he supposedly got things done and purportedly partook in a ton of things that general society wouldn't be glad to. Underneath the facade of his enterprising endeavors lies a waiting inquiry. Has Jay-Z really abandoned a shadowy universe of evoked dealings, while his introduction to genuine organizations, like dress lines and record marks, portray recovery, and rehash murmurs in the business indicates an alternate truth? Could Jay-Z's previous torment him again through damning disclosures, which took steps to disentangle his painstakingly built domain in the scene after they were finished with Diddy? Jay-Z is up close to being uncovered, right full of outrages and fights in court, and equals erupt between Jay-Z's direction and the new disturbance immersing his partner. Did he face the charges of rape and misuse? Drove against Diddy by his ex Cassie sent shockwaves through the diversion world, discoloring his standing and projecting a foreboding shadow over his inheritance. A new claim against Sean Diddy comes, bringing a few serious cases against the music big shot, as Diddy eagerly prevents these allegations from getting hypothesis seeds on powered by murmurs of undisclosed wrongdoings and stealthy moves, and as the SAA unfurls in the high-stakes universe of hit jump sovereignty, the break between two titans Jay-Z and Diddy dive further into the dim waters of double-crossing and retaliation once the indistinguishable partner bond is presently cracked, leaving a path of murmurs and hypotheses that resound through the halls of notoriety and fortune. The connection between Jay-Z and Diddy, who once hailed him as a solid fraternity, currently remains in peril. Just Jay-Z and his mom conceded the honor of calling Diddy by his original name. The profundity of their association appeared to be unrivaled, yet late occasions have created a shaded area over the apparently solid partnership, uncovering fissures in their one unfit fellowship. The show arrived at a crescendo as of late as Jay-Z, maybe in a bid to protect himself from the twirling contentions immersing Diddy, limited any association with his prolonged stretch of time. Companion reports surfaced that Jay-Z purposely conceded Diddy from the sought-after list of attendees for the Grammys All-Nighter, a film that purportedly lighted a warm trade between the two magnate sources. The circumstance suggests that Diddy is feeling sold out by Jay-Z's censure. He released his fierceness over a turbulent call, blaming his previous shore for relinquishment and foul play, stripping the blame of ill will. Diddy supposedly promised to get payback, pronouncing that if on the off chance that he were to fall, he wouldn't do so alone, unfavorably hinting that Jay-Z would go with him on his drop. Hypotheses spin out of control, and over their long stretches of coordinated effort, Diddy has amassed a motherlode of damning mysteries about Jay-Z fit to be uncovered in a retaliatory negative mark against his previous partner. While the chance of shared implication looms, it shows up that Diddy is entangled in his own lawful double. You might be more ready to consume brie and discolor notorieties in his quest for retaliation, and the stewing strains, and tribe and quarrel plating. The hit bounce elite stunning disclosures have arisen, recommending that Jay-Z, the venerated portable of Brooklyn, might be the following objective of legitimate examination. Insiders privy to the operations of the business have been uncovered a whirlwind of claims repeating the Disturbance immersing Diddy flags an expected fountain of lawful charms for Jay-Z spec after that significant narrative emerges on Diddy. Then, at that point, you will begin to hear increasingly more about Jay-Z and his detestable pastculation runs riff as equals between the unfurling sava of DI and the dismal murmurs encompassing Jay-Z's domain escalate. Could Jay-Z's past be hidden in the shadows of unlawful dealings, be re-emerging to torment him in a way similar to his troubled partner with claims approaching and charges whirling around the music world supports itself for one more seismic disturbance, balanced on the cliff of disclosure and figuring in the midst of the whirling temper of discussion. Encompassing pop's power due the assail of conjugal disagreement lingers unfavorably over the renowned association of Jay-Z and past, while their romantic tale has been woven into the texture of American mainstream society, and late occasions take steps to disentangle the multifaceted embroidery of their relationship, abandoning a path of hypothesis and vulnerability. Be enamored with somebody you can adore somebody and you not, and in the event that you haven't experienced love and you don't comprehend it, and you don't have the apparatuses to push ahead, then you will have entanglements call for beyond the excursion from the levels of fame to the profundities of conjugal disturbance has been full of Chen. From the obscure messages implanted inside her notorious Lemonade collection to the scandalous Lift episode, including her sister Singe. Murmurs of treachery and unfaithfulness have created a shaded area over her once truly flawless marriage hypothesis. It went crazy as fans took apart verses, examined online entertainment posts, and dealt into the dim profundities of superstar tattle looking for answers. Big name, we were never a few. We were a couple who incidentally turned out to be superstars that resembled genuine individuals. No doubt the inquiry that waited in the personalities of many was straightforward yet significant. For what reason did Beyoncé excuses Jay-Z, regardless of the public embarrassment and confidential pain, decided to remain by her better half, referring to family and love as the main thrusts behind her choice in an uncommon snapshot of weakness. Jay-Z himself recognized his offenses, admitting to treachery in a sincere meeting with the New York Times-style magazine. Yet pardoning didn't come effectively as the past wrestled with the aggravation of selling out and the heaviness of the public examination, however, as bits of gossip about Jay-Z's supposed careless activities keep on whirling. Breaks start to frame in the veneer of their marriage reports. Furtive, rendous, and murmured certainty fuel murmured confidence. Murmurs of discontent stir up misgivings about the groundwork of Proust that once held them together for the past. The kind of living under the magnifying lens of the general assessment causes significant damage as she explores the deceptive waters of distinction and fortune, with emotionless assurance as you all are coming in that you can hear me and see me, and I am almost certain that you can hand. This is some selectively restrictive text that I got a short time ago. Yet when it appears that the adventure of Jay-Z and Beyoncé could never get any more wild and stunning claims rise out of the shadows. A previous protector referred to just as Uncle Ron ventures forward with express cases that Jay-Z has been regulating substances to Beyoncé to keep up with command over her, while the veracity of these charges remains unsubstantiated. The simple idea sends shockwaves through the diversion. The world is lighting a firestorm of contention and hypotheses. No one around lets them know what to do, and they simply get to act. The PO-free Beyoncé as the tempest mists assemble above the destiny of hip jumps 2 or 3 remains in a precarious situation, while Beyoncé tracks down the solidarity to break liberated from the shackles of her turbulent marriage. Or will she keep on remaining by her significant other side? A tempest of outrage and selling out in just time will recount the tale of Jay-Z, and Beyoncé keeps on unfurling, enamoring crowds and fueling hypotheses with each new diversion. As the narrative of the embarrassment proceeds to swirl around Jay-Z, new charges have arisen, creating a dimly shaded area over the rodent. Magnates takes a cautiously organized picture in the midst of murmurs of lawful burdens and stewing quarrels with industry peers. A stunner disclosure takes steps to shake the groundwork of Jay-Z's domain. The presence of a supposed mystery child during the adventure started in 1992 when Juanes, who was only 16 years old, professed to have had a surreptitious experience with Jay-Z, referred to then as Rock as per a marked testimony given by the everyday male. Wanda claims that she and Jay-Z participated in a sexual relationship, bringing about the introduction of her child rimmer in spite of long periods of fights in court and endeavors to lay out paternity. Jay-Z has relentlessly denied the claims, declining to take a paternity test to figure out who my dad was, and for the case not to go as I was arranging it. I truly thought it was going to go not quite the same as right now, 30 years of age, and has of late ventured into the spotlight, sharing his side of the story and revealing new insight into the many-year-old contention in a new meeting that uncovered the close to home. Subscribe Celeb Hut for more videos.